Hello everyone, my name is Anton, you are on the Rykov channel, and today I want to tell you about my top drift engines. We are at my car service, Bolt Cars. If you have any problems with your car or if you have been in an accident, just call us and we will solve all your problems. Suppose you decided to do drifting. You will face a lot of difficult questions. What car to use, what transmission, what wheels, what suspension, and most importantly, what kind of engine to use for drifting. But if you want to learn more about what kind of tires to use, what suspensions are used in drifting, write about it in the comments, and we will make such a video for you. But regardless of which engine you will use in your racing car, it is important what oil you will pour into it. So, just a moment, oil partners. Oil that will ensure the longevity of your engine for an indefinite period of time. I utilize it and I recommend it to you, and genuinely we are open to any suggestions. If you want to be our partner, email us and we will contact you to discuss and provide you with a great offer. Well, let's start discussing engines. So first on our list, but far from being unimportant, is the American V8 from Chevrolet. Of course, you perfectly understood that I am talking about LS engines and all their modifications, and there are a huge number of them. Why is this engine popular? It's all about simplicity. Thanks to this, it's affordable, easy to fix, and has an abundance of tuning options available. From simple camshafts to very complex cylinder heads, this engine is perfect for attaching a compressor to it and extracting a huge amount of power. Next on our list is the Royal Motor SR20. And why is he royal? Everything is very simple. This engine was installed as standard on the Drift Queen Silvia. This inline 4-cylinder with turbocharging is highly popular in drifting. Thanks to some minor modifications, it is easy to increase the power of this engine to 400 horsepower, and this is quite enough to have a good quality drift. This engine was also popular among professional pilots for a long time. With deeper tuning, its power could be increased to 700 horsepower or more. In truth, then suffered its reliability due to high engine speeds being required, greatly affecting the engine's resource. Perhaps one of the most famous ambassadors of this engine was Georgy Chevchan, better known as Gocha. He used only this engine for a long time. He adhered to the classical layout. Standard Silvia plus its standard engine, but everything is heavily modified. Truthfully, later even he gave up fighting the unreliability of this engine and started using the engine that is next on our list. And this is the legendary 2JZ. Perhaps this is the most productive engine in the world of drifting. I didn't make a separate statistics, but I doubt anyone wants to argue with me about which specific engine won the most races in the world of drifting. Why is this a legendary engine? Let's go in order. This is an inline 6 with turbo. This is a real Japanese engine. Engine made by engineers, not marketers. Contains vast resource used by racers all over the world. Thanks to the fact that this engine is very popular, a huge amount of tuning is produced for it, allowing you to assemble any configuration you need. This engine gained fame due to the Toyota Supercar. Installed in many Japanese sedans like Aristo, it became easily accessible for purchase, contributing to its widespread popularity. Thus, he acquired his enormous popularity, and we proceed to the subsequent engine, its present rival, which is more contemporary. German-made engine. You know, the company behind it is well known in the world of motorsport. This is a legendary BMW, and this engine is B58. Now everyone calls this engine the GZ killer. Why? Everything is simple. This engine has, like the JZ, 6 cylinders in a row plus turbocharging. Unlike its Japanese counterpart, it has an aluminum block, not cast iron like the JZ. Thanks to this, it's much easier. Plus, it's a more modern engine. And although this engine is not well studied yet, it already has victories in drift formula. And let this engine be created by German BMW, but Frederick Asbo used specifically the Japanese Subaru with this engine and won the drift formula on it. And now the motor bonus. Perhaps this is the most popular engine for drifting. I don't have any statistics, but personally, I know hundreds and thousands of cars in which it was installed. This engine is well known in Russia and the countries nearby. This is an engine from the modern Lada models. Weak small engine, volume 1, 6L, power approx 100 to 110 GP. Took engine, put in old Zhiguli cars, used for drifting. True, engine not suitable for summer drifting. But in the country where I was born, about 5 months a year, all roads are covered with snow. But for winter drifting, this engine was simply magnificent. Its main advantage is that it is very cheap, while being modern and reliable enough. This engine is subject to a variety of tuning, up to the most incredible. And yes, I had a car with an engine like that, and I made several modifications to it. It is ideal for drifting in winter conditions. In fact, more often these cars were driven not on racetracks, but on the city streets at night. It was my personal top of legendary popular engines for drifting. If you think otherwise, please write it in the comments. We will gladly read it, and also subscribe to our channel, like it. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Goodbye.